Honorable Executive Vice Mayor of Shenzhen, Mr. Tao, Honorable Ministers, Government of Pakistan, government officials, and honorable businessmen from Pakistan and from China and Shenzhen city. Ladies and gentlemen, it's really a great honor and a pleasure to stand before you and witness this, one of the most remarkable business event I have come across during my political career in my visit to this great country, in a great friendly country, China. I would like to congratulate from the core of my heart to all those organizers who have done this remarkable job to have this event in a very short span of time. In that, I would like to congratulate our Ambassador, Mr. Hashmi, and of course our Ambassador, Mr. Zhao from China in Islamabad, and of course, Executive Vice Mayor and his team. But above all, I'd like to thank my Pakistani fellow citizens who have traveled from Pakistan to Shenzhen to participate in this wonderful event, and our Chinese businessmen. This shows and reflects the kind of commitment and the kind of fervor to promote our business and our friendly relations. I am not going to go into a rigmarole of figures which have been ably explained by our finance minister and then, of course, our deputy prime minister and foreign minister, who has always mentioned about what was Pakistan in 2018 and how we would move forward in times to come. Ladies and gentlemen, past is past, and if we live in past, we will gain nothing. But if we learn our experience from past, we will gain a lot. And that's what we are here today to achieve through our mutual consultation and B2B discussions. Look at this miraculous transformation of Shenzhen. A few decades ago, it was a small fishing farmer's village. And today, Shenzhen, having a population of only 13 million people, its GDP is hovering around $500 billion. Is it not a miracle of this century? Is it not eighth wonder of the world? And I have to say, my dear fellow Pakistanis, not to deject you or disappoint ourselves, that when we compare Shenzhen's performance with Pakistan's achievement at this point in time, our GDP is hovering around $380 billion and our population is 250 million people. Now this is a very stark comparison, and this shows what? It's a lesson to be learned by all of us. It is through the most untiring efforts, forward-looking vision, starting from late Deng Xiaoping to this day by one of the world's greatest leader, President Xi Jinping's visionary leadership and his dynamism that China today has become in this short span of time the world's second largest economy and the world's second mightiest military force. This is not a small achievement. China was born 2 years after Pakistan opened its eyes in 1947. And if you compare the figures of 50s and 60s, in many ways, our economic indicators were comparatively better than China. And today, there is no comparison. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I really want to sum it here today is that let's not get dejected. Let's put our act together. Let's resolve to work hard and let's resolve to solve our problems, fundamental issues. This position which China has attained today has been attained through deep structural changes. And if you count 3 huge achievements of President Xi Jinping, is number 1, he almost erased corruption from the face of China. Number 2, he was able to take out 700 million people out of depth of poverty. And number 3, he invested in the youth of China. Hundreds of millions of Chinese boys and girls were empowered, and this investment has today resulted in Chinese huge dividends. There was complete transformation. And there was a time when China would import huge agri-products, which it still imports today because of its population. But Chinese internal production has grown many times more than a few decades before. How and why? That they have gone into big investment in R&D. They have used the most modern techniques and tools to increase their agri-production. And because Chinese labor became expensive, they moved to a higher level and gave up those conventional industries where competition became very tough with other competing countries. My fellow Pakistanis, here are these golden opportunities available to us. Today, after this plenary session, please sit down with your Chinese counterparts and find out ways and means how to move Chinese textile industry to Pakistan and stitch joint collaborations, joint investments, how to move in leather industry, how to progress in steel and engineering. As our Deputy Prime Minister said already, that Pakistan's mineral deposits today value around $10 trillion. And unfortunately, our export is meager $30 billion. So imagine the potential Pakistan has to boost its exports, the potential Pakistan has to dig out its gold mines, copper mines, convert them into semi-finished goods, finished goods, and then export to the entire world. And yet, this is one area where we are still dreaming. Today is the opportunity. Today is the time. Today is the moment for you to capture. Sit down with our Chinese friends and brothers and sit down with them and have serious discussions. I want to assure you, as not only as the Prime Minister of Pakistan, but as the Chief Executive Officer of Pakistan, that I will give you fullest support as like never before to promote your efforts to stitch these deals so that Pakistan and Chinese businessmen, they benefit jointly, have mutual benefits. Pakistan's industry grows, China gets profits, and Pakistani businessmen progress in all these fields. Sky is the limit. I don't want to take a lot of time today, but I'd like to say a couple of more things before I conclude my humble submissions. And those are that, and this is not that I'm speaking for myself. Please don't misconstrue me. Shenzhen speed. This was a remarkable achievement of late Deng Xiaoping, and then which was added on most ably by President Xi Jinping. This is back in 2017 that I was meeting the chairperson of Chinese Exim Bank, and she said, Chief Minister, I want to congratulate you for Punjab speed. I was a bit confused. I said, what I have done that this has been coined as Punjab speed by our very honorable Chinese chairperson of Exim Bank and other colleagues sitting over there. She said, I said, thank you very much, madam, but I don't deserve these compliments. She said, no, Chief Minister, what you have done in Punjab, be it Orange Line, be it your infrastructure and other projects which you have done, is remarkable. Therefore, I'd like to call it Punjab speed. Today, when I've come to this great city, I had been here in the past as well. Now I understand what she meant by this Punjab speed, that I should come to Shenzhen and see this sprawling city, see this mighty progress, see this complete transformation, and go back to Pakistan learning a lesson from Shenzhen speed. This is Punjab speed, which we will convert to Pakistan speed. But ladies and gentlemen, this is not an easy task. Easier said than done. Please go through the history of Chinese struggle, starting from Long March. We all know about it. I don't want to go into that. And then various periods of Chinese history in the last 7 decades. But through all these difficult times, Chinese people swam together. They never lost hope. And this is a fact that China was being encircled by many. I don't want to go into that detail. Suffice it to say that there was every effort made to encircle China. But the Chinese people's strength, their iron resolve, and their leadership, they decided that they will not succumb to that pressure, and they will pass through this pressure, make their way through hard work, untiring efforts, and sweat and blood. And this is what China today is. And I would like to compliment all of you for this great achievement. I will go back to Pakistan with this resolve that come what may, we will follow this model of great economic transformation in Pakistan. Again, easier said than done, but then this model for us is enough to copy and emulate if we are sincere to our purpose, if we are sincere to the people of Pakistan, if we are sincere to posterity. By God, I can tell you, this is difficult but not impossible. So let's resolve today that this event in this great city of Shenzhen is an event which can create history, make history for all of us. And I want to finally mention that not only I will be with you all the way, we have already started structural changes in Pakistan. We have already started controlling corruption, although there is no country in the world which has completely erased corruption, be it Norway or Denmark, but they have controlled corruption to a very large extent. And since we are sitting here like a family and talking freely without any inhibition, I have to confess that we have problems in Pakistan. But inshallah, with this great team sitting here in this hall and back in Pakistan, jointly, we will struggle and make Pakistan truly Qaid-e-Azam Pakistan, truly a welfare state Pakistan, for which millions of people gave their blood, they sacrificed for Pakistan while traveling from India to Pakistan with this ardent hope in their eyes that there will be a land where hard work, honesty of purpose will be the order of the day. Unfortunately, that has not been the case. But it's never too late, as somebody said over here. Let's start this journey today and follow this Chinese model. And I have to also accept and appreciate the dynamism of Chinese leadership, President Xi Jinping, how he has evolved a wonderful system to bring peace in this world where there are warring factions, wars going in various parts of the world through Belt and Road Initiative. And under Belt and Road, CPAC, through which Pakistan has benefited immensely. And more than $25 billion worth investment was committed in Pakistan by Chinese investors. My dear Chinese brothers and sisters and Pakistani brothers and sisters, I'd like to end with a very sorrowful note that a few months back, our 5 Chinese brethren were killed in a terrorist attack in Bisham, north of Pakistan. And this dastardly act was most heart-wrenching. That day, entire Pakistan was in tears. That day, we were all very sorrowful. That day, we were reflecting that a great friend, China, not only great friend, a great neighbor, China, not only neighbor, the most trusted friend, China, who has stood by Pakistan through thick and thin, be it wars, floods, international forums, international issues. China never took a second or had a second thought to stand by Pakistan, came to Pakistan to invest in Pakistan for the well-being of the people of Pakistan, whether it's the people of Balochistan, Sindh, Punjab or KP or Azad Kashmir or Gilgit-Baltistan, earned money, and not in millions, but billions and billions of dollars. And yet, we were not able to protect those lives from the perpetrators. Ladies and gentlemen, particularly my Chinese brothers and sisters sitting here, I must tell you that that was one of the most saddest day of my life. Ever since we have taken various measures to put in place a foolproof protection system, a foolproof security system to protect the lives of every Chinese brother and sister working all over Pakistan. I will spare no effort to protect the lives of our Chinese brothers and sisters in Pakistan, and I want to assure you and guarantee you that we will provide them security more than our own children and our own self. And this is my pledge and commitment to you that forever, never again, this will happen again. But this story will not, this sordid episode will not end or finish, because those who have left this world, their kith and kin, will be in tears forever. And have you heard of a society where benefactors come and show their truest sympathy, empathy, and support, and yet they are killed? This is something we cannot forgive ourselves. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to offer my sincere condolences on behalf of the people of Pakistan, myself and government of Pakistan, and share our grief with the bereaved families. And I would also like to, it will be unfair to myself and to all of those families if I did not offer sincere apologies to them and to the people of China. God bless you. Pakistan-China friendship, Zindabad.